If you would, hit the like button, the thumbs up button, and then type in the chat OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio, or Jackboot Thug Pig. That's perfectly fine with me, either one of those. Let's check out a couple minutes of this. I have not seen this yet. This is purely a reference from DLZ Clips. I got a couple other things I want to cover today, but DLZ Clips sent this over, and he said this was pretty interesting. So I haven't seen it, so we'll be watching it together. Let's watch a couple minutes of this and see what happens with this couple.
A couple was witnessed engaging in sexual activity aboard an amusement park ride by a group of 4 underage females. They quickly reported the incident to both park security personnel and local law enforcement officers.
How much have you had to drink today? It's like it smells alcohol. That doesn't answer my question. How much have you had to drink today? 4 or 5 beers? Okay.
I mean, is that cop 4'6"? I mean, look how tiny that little cop is. He really shouldn't be a copper. He's probably in the wrong job.
Okay, and are you staying at one of our resorts? Yeah. Okay, which one? What is it? Sawmill. Thank you. Okay. All right, you two hang right here. So, group of girls over on the bench with Donnie's at. Yeah. Claiming that these two were engaging in sex in a car.
They're banging?
Yeah.
Did the cop just say they're banging? Is that how the cop describes sex? Is they're banging? That's pretty weird.
Right on.
Yeah, right around the corner over there. All 4 of them are sitting over there.
How young are they?
2 of them are 18, one's 17, the other one's 16, I think.
Okay.
Saying that had his pants down, was going from behind. Yeah.
Did they see it?
They witnessed it.
What did they say when you talked to them, these people?
They're saying nothing happened.
What the ride operator said?
They just said that they got it reported to them, they got a call, and they called us.
Did they see anything?
They didn't. To my knowledge, no one saw it.
Were you guys banging on that ride?
No, honey.
Is that how the cop talks? Were you guys banging? Is that really what she says?
Were you guys banging on that ride?
No,
honey, listen, so my cigarettes, I have shorts on beneath my dress, first off.
Right.
So there's no easy access that's happening here. And I have them in my pocket, in the shorts. They fell out. I bent over to retrieve them.
Okay, so she's telling the cop the story to try to avoid being charged with lewd activities in public. I don't know if your story is going to help any.
On the ride.
Why was he behind you then?
He was trying to help me because they were clear across the ride.
You want me to answer that?
No, probably not, I guess, because you're going to answer like,
So I'm gonna go talk to the young girls who saw it.
Wait a minute. You didn't see it though, Copper. If you didn't see it and you got 4 little girls, just so you guys know, sexuality is a gigantic thing in high school and even junior high school. And so everything's sex. Oh, they're having sex. They're having sex. But we don't know if they were having sex or not. 4 little girls, one said they were having sex, and one said, oh yeah, I saw it too. I saw it too. But there's no probable cause. The cop showed up, has a statement from the girls, but there's no probable cause. Probable cause would be that when the cop sees you breaking the law. She showed she's wearing a skirt, so she has on tights underneath of there. So let's see.
And see what thought they saw.
See what they say. And then we'll go from there. Hi. So, what did I see? Like, okay.
Like 100, like she was on her hands and knees. Her pants were off. He was on his knees doing it back and forth.
And we could feel our part actually shaking.
There were 2 of us looking one way and 2 of us the other way. Like, yeah, and when we looked back, like he was there, her butt was here, butt naked.
You saw her butt.
Oh,
yes. You saw
like her
ass. Did you see his wiener?
I looked away. It was in it, but I looked.
You saw his wiener in her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, absolutely not. Absolutely
They
not.
also did it the second time. The
Yeah,
second
they did
time
it 3 times.
feel it.
Because
They
were
like
like,
got dressed to like went to go down, and then when they got back up, they like just started doing it.
Yeah, and like
And then they were laughing when they saw.
Like,
They
I
were
started, like,
laughing, and they also on line. Wait, tell me what they
I
said.
mean, look at the little girls laughing, and what they don't seem to understand is the severity of what they're saying to the coppers. I don't really know what's true and what's not here, but I know there's no probable cause. You have the cops, the little girls saying they saw something. I don't know if it's true or not. Little girls are little boys are caught up in sexuality in their teenage years. Everything's about sex. What you wear to school or not is about whether or not you think a classmate will find you attractive. How your hair is, you care about whether a classmate will find you attractive, sexually attractive. If you go to Instagram, all the teenagers and 20-somethings, it's about, look how beautiful they are. Look how good looking I am. Look how sexy I am. Everything's based on sex.
When you were in line, I was in line. Like they kept like going this close to me and like bumping into me, and I was like, Jesus Christ, can you like get off of me? And they started laughing, and then they started calling me like, this little whore is like, they called me whore, and they were like, this little whore is like being so rude to me, and I just said, can you please move off of me?
Right.
They were being on top of me.
They were being on top of me. I just don't believe that's true. I mean, she started lying so much that it just escalated to they're on top of me. They were never on top.
And we have like 2 minors and 2 adults in this group.
Barely though.
18, so barely, but not okay.
Yeah, absolutely not. They said that she was getting cigarettes.
Oh,
But out and him inside of her. That doesn't really seem like cigarettes.
I don't think so.
oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe like how butt naked. Like,
Oh yeah, I didn't know that's how you get a
that was
cigarette.
inside too. Like, I didn't know you could that was inside of
I didn't know.
So, like, we thought that.
Oh, that's news.
How old are you guys?
I'm 15 and a half.
Which one?
I'm 17.
And you two are 18? I'm trying to see what fits here. She's like,
They were laughing.
they said,
They were so weird. I just had some really bad background, and it was like really traumatizing. So that,
yeah, absolutely. Even if you don't, like,
And, like, obviously, it shouldn't have been us, so no one saw it, but it was especially because of them. They would have been traumatized.
I'm 27 and I would have been traumatized. And
They might have been.
they had
in front of us
threads,
too.
and the shirts on it was like you dropped this, and it was plain.
They saw us together, laughing, but we saw them talking lines, and we don't know.
I saw him.
Yeah, I didn't know if they knew it or not,
I'm sorry. It's just a bit of a stretch.
but they were laughing at us. But like, there was no way that like we saw everything.
I mean, you literally are telling me you saw his going in and out of her.
They back and forth, no pants.
I'm very aware of what that looks like.
Yeah.
And I wish it wasn't true.
But I mean, there's no denying. There's no.
Right. I mean, Ego Checker just nailed the exact truth right there. So Ego Checker just said that the first thing you want to do is separate 4 little girls to get their story straight without them corroborating their stories with each other right there, Johnny, on the spot. So if you didn't separate them right away, then you don't know what the truth is, because one says something, one piggybacks on it. Yeah. And then they did this. Yeah. And then they did that. And yeah. And then they did this, but they didn't separate those 4 young people to get their story separately, to get the true story. You had them together, and then you got their story as they're all just corroborating. No matter what anybody says at that point, you're not going to say, oh, she's lying in front of the cop when you're 17, 16, 18 years old. You're not going to do that. So they didn't separate them. And now the coppers, I mean, what is this? What'd she say? What were the words she used? Did you see his weenie? Were you banging? Like, it's the worst of the worst. And this person is someone who has a gun and is supposed to be in charge.
I wish it was.
I really wish it was
with you guys. They're minors.
Yeah. Two of them.
And it says,
They gotta write statements then.
no person shall recklessly do any of the following under affirmate others who are in the person's physical proximity. Private parts, sexual conduct, or masturbation. No person shall knowingly do any of the following, which the person's conduct is likely to be viewed by another person whose person's physical proximity, who is a minor, who is not the spouse of the offender. I say it, or you just want to kick them out.
What charge you got?
Public indecency.
Public indecency.
Or indecent exposure. How long did you guys ride this ride?
I mean, so, right, okay, listen. At this point, you have got to figure out that this cop is investigating you to charge you with a crime, and you've got to stop talking. You thought you would say some basic reason to this person that you would be like, I was trying to get my cigarettes somewhere in a escort. You know, if you even want to say that much. If you're being accused of a crime, you invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent immediately. I mean, if you got to carry this dang trifold in your pocket because the cops are going to come after you, even in the fair, you carry it in your pocket. You show the phone, you show the cop. You do not talk to cops. I bet this is going to go south.
4 minutes, maybe.
How many times did you guys go around? Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Okay. So why can those girls, which 2 of them are juveniles, describe to me your guys' private?
They didn't. She's lying. The cop's lying. That's not what they said. They never described his private parts. That's a lie.
Yeah.
I mean, I have shorts on, like I told you.
I understand. But so listen, this is what I'm gonna do for you, okay?
This is what I'm going to do for you. You think she's doing them a favor? I don't.
And you understand that there's cameras and I can watch those cameras and see.
So then go watch the cameras and do a proper investigation.
So just tell me the truth. Because I know you're lying.
Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there. I can go and watch the cameras. So just tell the truth because you're lying. She's already made her conclusion based on what little girls have said to her. Little girls who are caught up in sexuality. Everything's about sexuality when you're 15, 16 years old. If you parents didn't know that, welcome to reality. I'm glad I could share it with you. I'm glad if you have a 15 or 16-year-old kid, they could be sexual promiscuous. They could be the advancer of sexuality. Your kid could be 15 or 16-year-old kid. They might be the town sleut or the F-boy. I'm not kidding. 15, 16 years old is when it starts.
So just be honest. Because lying's not going to get you anywhere.
Be honest.
Yeah,
That's bullshit right there.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You're lying 100%.
I mean, look at what talking to the cop has done. It went from might as well tell me the truth to no, you're lying. You're lying.
I don't. So four juvenile girls are just going to make that up.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. 4 juvenile girls could easily make up that they saw a couple having sex because they weren't in the right position inside of the cart. So they could all, one says, oh, they're having sex. One says, oh, yeah, they are. And they all jump on to the same BS story. Of course, anybody can do it. Not just 4 little girls, 4 free people, 4 full grown men, 4 women, 4 couples, 4 people could just jump on each other's story and be like, yeah, we saw it like that.
That's like, there's a fucking little juvenile girl. Like,
2 of them are 18 and 2 of them are juvenile. So when I watch those cameras, I'm not going to see you guys. You're lying. She wants to tell the truth. Do you understand that you can be arrested for this?
There it is. There it is. There it is. Put it in the chat, everybody. JBTP, Jackboot Thug Pig. There it is. That's what we were waiting for. Did you know that you could be arrested? There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Did you know that you're more likely to be arrested in America than any other country in the world? We are the freest. No, we're not. We are not. You're more likely to be arrested here than in Canada or in Mexico. You're more likely to spend your life in prison than you are in Canada or in Mexico. You're more likely to be incarcerated for more than a year in America, more than in Canada or in Mexico. The cop can just decide, do you know I can arrest you for that? There's no probable cause. You have people complaining, but there's no proof. Go get the cameras. The number one faulty information, numero uno, faulty information, the most faulty information you can get when you are investigating a crime as a cop is the eyewitness. The eyewitness. It's just so unbelievable.
It's an N2. Yeah, a misdemeanor of the second degree. And you guys can go to jail because you're not from here. And then you'll have to post bond. Or I can call the judge and no bond since you guys are lying. And I know you're lying. It's up to you guys. I'll let you guys talk about it.
I'm going to let you guys talk about whether or not you want to admit you committed a crime. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's play this out. Let's say they're guilty. Let's say they did it. Let's just go with it. Let's just say this couple's freaky. They wanted to have sex in a Ferris wheel. Without the kids around, sounds like fun to me. But, you know, someone seeing you, there's a risk of being seen. And so let's just say they're guilty. Let's just say they are. Let's just say it. Those girls have never seen hardcore porn before. They didn't invite those girls into the car with them to have sex. They didn't solicit sex from the kids. Say they're guilty. Okay. You guys got to leave. Right now, the cops come up. These kids say that they saw sex. We believe the kids. You got to get out. That's it. There's no reason to take them to jail. There's no reason to take someone to jail. There's no victim. Oh, a little girl said that they saw you having sex. That little girl has seen plenty of sex on the internet. She's seen it. She's seen double penetration. She's seen a double blowjob. She's seen sex. You see sex on the internet. YouTube will try to ban your channel if you show pornography because they don't want this channel, this YouTube associated with pornography because there's so many pornography channels. That's why you can't show any porn on YouTube because they'll kick your channel off. I get it. I understand. You don't want this to be a porn channel because there's so many millions. But this couple right here, if they're guilty, let's say they're guilty. What'd you see? You saw a glimpse of, oh, I think I saw them having sex, but you didn't see it. You weren't sitting there watching them. The Ferris wheels are going like this. It's just another way. You know, I can take you to jail for this. We're going to let you talk about it for a minute, though.
Okay. So, you're sticking to your story on the cigarettes?
Did you go look at the cameras, honey bunny?
Yes.
She may have shaken her butt from me a little bit, but I don't know what's wrong with that.
Okay, so now the story's changing.
Huh?
Now your story's changing.
Oh, you can't ever say anything different. God.
Not safe. It's not really not safe.
So,
I mean, she's pregnant from the wife.
what?
Can't like figure out.
Well, yeah, but you guys have kids? Okay. So I want you to picture
Oh, come on, dude. Just enough.
you have kids, and your 15-year-old comes here, and she sees two grown-ups having sex.
Your 15-year-old kid has seen grown-ups having sex on the internet since she was 12, maybe 10 years old.
I mean, that's all right.
And they saw what they said to me, what they saw. I would be embarrassed.
Okay, so you're embarrassed. Okay, great. Now what, though? Where's the damage you've done to these? There's damage done. The kids saw sex. There's damage.
Who the fuck? Who hasn't seen it that they're 8? You know what I'm saying? Like
So you think it's appropriate that
that's not appropriate.
that they saw?
But these motherfucking kids these days, you can't fucking, I don't fucking know what the hell they're gonna say to anybody.
So you think it's appropriate that they saw you
I don't, saw me what?
put it to your wife on the Ferris wheel?
I mean, this cop is so unhinged.
Are you serious?
Yes.
No, did I say that? Did I say that?
You said,
Are you trying to take words out of my mouth?
No.
Yeah, she is, because you're talking to her. This is what I'm talking about, folks. You don't talk to the jackboot thug pigs. If you talk to jackboot thug pigs, you're in trouble. Once you start the dialogue back and forth with the jackboot thug pig, well, have you stopped beating your wife yet? No. Oh, so you beat your wife? Yes. Oh, so you used to beat your wife. There's just no way to get around it. You do not talk to cops. She's double talking him right now. And now his story has slightly changed. Oh, man, your story slightly changed.
Oh, no, you're not going to do that to me. You said they've seen all this stuff.
No, I'm not.
Wait,
No.
okay. He says, are you trying to change my words around?
Yes.
No, did I say that? Did I say that?
You said,
Are you trying to take words out of my mouth?
No, you're not going to do that to me. You said they've seen all this stuff.
No, I'm not trying to do nothing for you.
You said, well, they know,
I'm not
they
trying to do
see
anything
this.
to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Well,
No, it did not happen.
they're calling their, what?
I don't know what they're trying to say, but nothing like that.
Okay.
I mean, let's say they're guilty. I don't care. I don't think it's appropriate. I think it's wrong. But there's take them to jail.
Well, like I told you, you're gonna go to jail. So, what?
He's good. What'd she say?
Like I told you,
You're gonna go to jail.
you're gonna go to jail. So, what? Public indecency.
Wow. And that's going to solve the problem right there. You know, if you lock this guy up, it'll probably solve it. Everything's going to be solved after this. Charge him with crimes, make him pay the state. People are like, well, you can't let criminals go, Chille. Well, okay, let's say that what they've done, it's not a criminal act, but let's just say it's a violation of the state penal code or whatever. So what are you going to do? Take his money and that's justice? You take the guy's money, you charge him, put him in jail. What, you change the behavior? It's a better place now? The world's a better place now? That's what I'm talking about. You're not making the world a better place by arresting this dude and his chick. You're not making things better. You're making them worse.
You can't have sex on a ride.
Sure.
I gave you the opportunity to tell the truth. You didn't want to.
I see like videos.
So I don't have to show you video footage. So all I have.
You said you had videos.
So I don't have
You said you could go and look at a camera and look at the video. Well, then do it.
to show it to you. No, I don't. No, I don't. Don't tell me how to do my job. Don't even.
Oh, don't even, huh? You guys don't even. Don't you guys even tell the pigs that they're doing it wrong. Don't tell them they're doing it wrong. You. Why would you tell the pigs they're doing their job the wrong way? How could you say that the pigs are doing it wrong? He's going to arrest you and charge you for sex they didn't see. There's no probable cause. We have a witness, though. And now the witness is going to come to court. You're going to drag them into court to testify against you, to prosecute you, cost the case, the state, thousands and thousands. And you can't unsee what that chick saw. This is tyranny.
Yeah.
I'm not, did I?
Don't. Listen.
Are you telling me I did something I didn't, and then you're going to take me to jail?
I have 4 witnesses.
So which one goes to jail?
You're both going to jail.
Oh, there it is.
So you had the opportunity to be honest.
Oh, you're giving them an opportunity? Thank God for you.
You didn't want to be. So.
You do what you want to do.
There's no way around it. I guess there's no way around it.
You could ask that she does an investigation and gets evidence against you.
Clear.
Well, here's the deal. So
Well, here's the deal.
I can call the judge since you guys don't live here, and like, I don't know. I don't
You don't know. Just leave them alone.
know. I think that since you guys don't even have any remorse for what you did to those children and how upset they are, like that's what bothers me.
Who the hell are you, honey? Who the hell are you? You are a jackboot thug pig. Who the hell are you trying to claim some moral high ground on another person? You take people to you want to take them to the dungeon. You think that you're the moralist? You think that you have a position of claim that you could say that what bothers you is that they don't have any remorse? What are they supposed to feel horrible? I feel so bad. What are you talking about? I'm going to go with that they're guilty. They had sex on a Ferris wheel. Okay. They got caught, almost got in trouble. That's enough. You ain't solving anything by taking those people to jail. You're wasting your time and the taxpayers' time. You're not fixing a damn thing. If they had tried to loop those girls into something, that would be something. But you got these guys online who are catching those predators, not you cops. I watch a dozen channels that catch predators, and none of those are cop channels. They got to call the cops in to do the job of what the cops are doing before the cops get there. So I don't really understand. And
now you're lying to me. You don't even care what you did to those children.
How are we supposed to know that?
But either way, they're upset, and you guys are trying to deny that you did it.
Those kids have more sex than you and I.
Like,
Well, I do apologize if they were upset.
yeah, why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be upset? Like, and then you guys are sitting here.
Now she's just trying to get out of going to jail. She just doesn't want to go to jail, so she'll listen to the cops explaining.
Lying. Like,
Come up with the probable cause, honey.
I understand the concern.
right. And like, why is the one saying you called her a whore?
Nobody called anybody a whore.
Well, you lied to me this whole time.
No,
She's saying you called her a whore.
nobody called. We never spoke directly to this person at all.
We never spoke directly to those girls at all. Now you have two different stories, officer.
She said that you guys were touching her in the line.
She never said you were touching her in the line.
Said that you called her a whore.
I have two friends that were with us in line.
Did anybody hear? I'm sorry. Did I not hear it properly in the comment section? Can you guys tell me? Did she say, did she ever say that they were touching her? Touching her? Did she ever say she was touching her? I don't remember that she's saying she touched her. I mean, when did that happen? I'm just not sure when that happened. I mean, now she's saying that the little girls are saying that they were touched. That's a totally different thing. That's night and day. Touching a little girl in a sexual way has huge implications. Like, what are you talking about? What is she saying? The little girls are saying they got touched?
That they may have overheard the word whore being thrown around loosely, but it was not directed towards them.
Right. What about the lie of she touched them?
You see where I'm coming from, though?
I see that you're lying a lot.
I do. I
Like,
understand.
it would probably be a different story if you guys would have been like, yeah, we messed up.
Bullshit. You don't sit there and tell the cops you messed up. Then you're at the mercy of these pigs.
You know, because really this is Cedar Point, and it's up to me if charges are done or not.
I mean, listen to the power trip. This is Cedar Point, and it's up to me if charges are done or not.
And I work for the city. So have you been like, we didn't mean for people to see us, like we've been drinking, you know, but you sat here and blatantly lied to my face, and I have these juveniles that are traumatized.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me hold the phone, everybody. I'm just not sure what this copper is trying to say. You're trying to say that minors call the police, minors, underage kids, call and say that I'm having sex with someone on the Ferris wheel. And then you get there and I'm supposed to go, hey, I'm really sorry about that. We messed up. That's what I'm supposed to say. You can't prove that I was having sex on a Ferris wheel. You can't prove anything. Hey, thanks for the super chat, you two guys. Thank you. Todd and Silent Auditor. Listen, you can't prove anything, but you're supposed to get here and I'm supposed to just admit what I'm saying I didn't do and say I'm sorry to you when I'm saying I didn't do it to begin with. I'm just not sure how that works. I'm not sure how that works. Silent Auditor and Todd, thanks for the super chats. Love you guys, man. Team DLZ, baby.
Nice.
Understood.
So I have all the power over you. Let me decide if I want to arrest you.
Are you able to write us a ticket and like ban us from the park?
She doesn't want to go to jail. I understand that.
Or okay, so we have friends that are here that came with us. So if we had to stay, am I able to get a hold of these said friends and so they can at least get back to Sawmill?
Yeah, who drove?
Both of us.
Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ask them if they want to pursue charges. And if they say yes, you're gonna go to jail. If they say no, then you're gonna be banned from the park.
I'm gonna call your mom back.
So,
Are you looking to pursue her?
is this something you guys want to pursue? Like, do you want them to go to jail, or do you just want them to leave the park?
What would that mean if we wanted them to go to jail? What would we have to do about it?
Well, you guys will have to fill out a witness statement. This will probably go to court, so they might call you guys to testify on what you guys saw. Or we can just kick them out of the park and they go on their way.
Now, real quick, I just gotta butt in here. Obviously, we're gonna have to recontact your guys' parents just because obviously you guys are under 18, so we gotta make sure of it. Okay? So
We wouldn't testify.
What?
We wouldn't testify, or they would testify.
They might
all
call
of them,
you. Might
all you guys.
they might call you to testify since we didn't see it. And I'm taking your guys' word for it.
There's no probable cause then.
They could potentially call you to testify on what you guys saw. So I can pursue charges, but I don't want to do that and put you guys through more if it's just something that like.
Eleanor, what are you thinking?
I just don't know what.
You just don't know, little girl? Well, let me help you, little girl. Well, let me help you. Let me help you, little Karen. Let me help you, little Karen, who watches pornography on the internet. Let me just help you. Let me help everybody here. When the cops come to you and say, do you want that person to go to jail? Just remember where you're sending them. Make sure that before you say to the cops that you want to send somebody to jail, make sure that they've hurt you. Make sure that they've physically assaulted you, killed your dog, raped your mother. Make sure that they did something wrong to you. If you just had a disagreement, even a little pushing match, and you guys don't like each other, but no harm has come, but you couldn't beat them. You pushed them, they pushed you. You couldn't beat them up. They pushed you on the ground. They left. You called the cops. Before you say, yeah, take them to jail, be sure that you know where you're sending them. Be sure that you know that you're sending them to an absolute dungeon, to hell on earth, and that it's the most dangerous time of their entire life. More than shark-infested waters. You're sending them to the most dangerous place they could possibly go. And then you're going to take thousands and thousands of dollars out of their pocket. You're going to turn their life upside down for this year, maybe next year. It might take 2 or 3 years before the case that you saw something you didn't like. I didn't like seeing that. But it's so funny. In California, in Hollywood, you can drive down the road, see people humping in the alleyway as they shoot up their meth. But these girls, they saw somebody having sex. Well, I don't know if I want to send them to jail or not. You frickin' princess. I'm sorry. I'm not for you guys know how I feel about pedophiles. They need to live on an island, which this is a story I got coming up for you in a second. This is a crazy story about pedophilia. But before you say to a cop, I want to press charges, send them to jail, just make sure you know what you're saying. Make sure you've gone to jail yourself before you send somebody there. You think it's bad that you saw some sex in a park and you're 18? You think that's bad? Go to jail for 1 minute. Get locked in shackles for 1 minute. And then you'll see if seeing sex versus sending one to jail. I say the couple's guilty. I say they were having sex in the Ferris wheel. I say they're guilty of it. That's what they were doing. They planned it and they did it. And I think the girl saw it. And I think it's crude and I think it's gross. And I think those people should be kicked out of the park. Go get your friends and leave the park. I'm going to take pictures of you. You're banned. That's what I think should happen if I was king for the day. But those little girls have seen sex much more graphic than what they saw at that park. Much more graphic. Like the real, like they've seen it.
I just don't want this to happen to someone else. They did what?
She just doesn't want this to happen to someone else. I'm sorry.
There's nothing stopping it.
Absolutely.
But they ended up admitting to that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Well, if they didn't admit it, I wasn't going to give them a choice, and I was probably going to contact the judge and have them no bonded because they're not very remorseful for their actions, in my opinion.
Like, I made sure of it.
So.
Yeah, bye.
They did admit to it.
What?
They did admit to it.
They did admit to it.
They did not admit to it.
Fair, 1946.
They didn't feel bad.
They did feel bad.
That's what she's saying.
Well, now they do. Now they do. Well, I'll be honest. The girl wanted to tell, the boy didn't, but
He was the one.
and he's the one.
He was the one, like, also. She was like looking at us first, but he was the one that's doing that.
Yeah. Okay. You guys are going to jail.
Okay. You guys are going to jail.
So stand up, and I need you to put your hands behind your back.
Okay, so if they're going to jail, why do you have to stand up and put your hands behind your back? Why do you got to be shackled like a pig? It seems like if they were going to fight the cops, they would have fought the cops long ago. Let's say everything you agree that this has to happen this way. You still don't need to be shackled like a pig. No one's going to fight those cops. That couple, freaky they may be, whatever. And put a 1 in the chat if you think at least 3 of those 4 girls who are 16, 17, and 18. Put a 1 in the chat if you think at least 3 of the 4 are already having sex. If not, put a 1 in the chat if you think 3 of the 4. No, just tell me how many. 1, 2, 3, or 4. How many of those girls are already engaged in sex at 16, 17, and 18? There's 4 girls. They were 16, 17, and 18. So how many of them are engaged in sex now? 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, or 4 of them? I just want to know what you think. How many? Is it all 4 of them? Is it 3 of them? Is it 2 of them? Is it 1 of them? I just want to know what you guys think. My bet, 4. My bet's a 4. 16 years old? I was in high school. I went to high school. I went to high school and I talked to guys who were 30 years old who went to high school. And then after I got out of high school, when I was 30 years old, I talked to my cousins and nephews and who were in high school when I was in my 30s. Kids, sadly, I mean, I don't know, sadly, not sadly, kids engage in sex in high school. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that's the way it is. You're going to take them to jail? I think, let me see.
What are we doing about the friends that...
You can call them. I'll let you call them right now.
All right. Hey, you got to come get these keys.
They're taking us to jail.
Yep.
Both subjects were transported to the county jail and charged with misdemeanor public indecency.
Yeah. So I'll show you something. You see this right here? I'm sorry. You guys see this right here? I'll show you something.
Yeah, because
So do you see how they put like a watermark on this video? You see that? Let me escape right here. This channel. You see how they put their watermark across the video? Let me just say something real quick here. So you guys at Red Zone, you guys don't own that footage. The video that you make, Red Zone, I just sued YouTube. You don't own the footage that you make. So you putting your thing across it. If one thing irritates you, it's 10 things that irritate you. Oh my Lord. Don't put your watermark on videos, fellas and ladies. Don't put your watermarks on videos. You don't even own your own content anymore. People are monetized using your content. People use your content to make money. So this is cop content. It's public content, meaning anybody can air it, but Red Zone still put their little label on it, their little watermark on it, when it's not even your content. It belongs to the people. It's body cam footage. But you think people are going to see that on there and then go look you up and find your channel and subscribe? It's just so stupid. You know, you put your brand in the corner so people know that that's where they can watch it. This is your brand. And then people will still cover up your shit. I mean, I live this life. Listen, for the love of God, you have got to have your trifold at all times. We live in a total police state, everybody. I'm sorry to admit this to you out right loud right here on the internet and tell everybody. We live in a total police state. I recommend you carry your trifold with you everywhere you go. I got my license registration. I have my actual registration, my actual insurance card. Just in case I have both versions. So that way I can't get hemmed up. This bad chicken right here, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. You could fold this thing just like that, and then put that in your wallet. You got to carry this thing with you everywhere you go. And always don't ever leave the house just to run an errand without your cell phone on you and your trifold, where you can invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, because you might get arrested. You might get arrested. If you hook up with your chick in a Ferris wheel, and granted, it's disgusting. I don't endorse it. But if you do, make sure that you don't talk to the cops when they come. Gloria! Gloria! Gloria has been a member for 13 months. God bless you, Gloria. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate it. God bless you. I mean, we don't stop. And listen, let me just clear any ambiguity. Do not endorse you hooking up at a park where there's kids. I don't endorse that. Not at all. Zero endorsement by me. None. Do I think you should go to jail? No. I think you should be kicked out of the park and your video should be taken and everybody should see your face so we know that you're creepy. But that's it. What do we do with Joe Biden? Put him on camera. Sorry. I had to. It was perfect setup. Ta-ta-ta. Ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da-da-da-da.